now we are going into room 101. For those who are new, every week a different member of the panel will bring with them one thing from the world of wrestling that they'd like to get rid of forever and present it to the group. If it enters room 101, it is gone forever. If not, we continue living with it. And, well, I was thinking about something the other day because I follow a lot of Twitter pages, a lot of meme wrestling pages and stuff, and a lot of wrestling posts. And I believe one of them was posting up quite a lot was Botchamania, and or Matthew, who runs the Botchamania pages. And one thing that came to mind for me was the former wrestler known as Tazz on commentary for AEW on AEW Dark. And I say this in the nicest possible way. The bloke could do a lot better. So I'm going to be putting Tazz as a commentator throughout his whole career, not just AEW, into room 101. Okay, so the reason why I have this is because the dude fluffs up all of his blooming lines. Like, every single time there's one transition from one hold to another, he ends up just saying something completely out of the blue and then just giggles it off because the dude just can't seem to coherently call a match. He was never good in WWE either. He was always the thing that was drawing everything back, in my opinion, on the commentary teams. And it's one of the problems that WWE sometimes struggle with, in my opinion, when they bring talent onto commentary. Not everybody's like Samoa Joe. Not everybody is, as we saw later on, maybe like Corey Graves and whatnot, or Jerry the King Lawler. Most of them just end up being irritating. They talk over everybody and end up distracting you from the action that's going forward. He's not immersive, and for me, he ends up detracting all the stuff, particularly on AEW Dark, where there's less of an atmosphere going on because they don't have the crowds in, limited crowds that they have. And it just, honestly, it makes all the good production value of AEW go down and make it look like a cheaper show than it actually is. Not worthy of primetime TV.
I think you are an idiot. And I say that in the nicest way possible. Tazz has been part of and added to some of the greatest moments, especially for me, in WWE commentary history. Think of Brock Lesnar, Big Show, scaling that top rope, suplexing him down, and it was just added by Tazz saying, "Holy shit," which at the time as an 11-year-old, I thought was one of the naughtiest things I'd ever heard. But I think you need that wrestler to be on the panel. Now, is Tazz the best person for the job? I don't think you have a 20-year career. This is just commentary without being very good at what you do, at your craft. He's authentic. He brings that sort of inside knowledge that only a wrestler could do. And I mean, we came from the era of Jerry Lawler, which is high-pitched screeches and maybe a lot of things that are said that, you know, you wouldn't say in 2020. So Tazz offers a fantastic alternative.
I'm afraid I have to disagree with you, Will. The fact that you're saying that his greatest moment was the fact that he swore on live television doesn't make you a good commentator. His best moment as a commentator was when Paul Heyman said to him, "You used to be a badass and now you're a basic bitch behind the fucking commentary table," when he shooted on him and Vince McMahon in the lead up to during the invasion angle. Honestly, the dude is awful. He detracts everything that goes on. Honestly, like some of Michael Cole's greatest stuff was ruined during that SmackDown era when he was on commentary. It was absolutely abysmal. How you can defend him because, oh, he swore when I was 11. Oh, he said a bad word. But you can't, honestly, you can't say that's good commentary as a result of it. It doesn't add anything to it. The spectacle itself is what made that moment great.
I didn't say it was my favourite moment of all time. I said it was one of my favourite moments of all time, which is completely different. And I think he's been there for so many years that you can't take away from what he has brought to the table. I completely forgot what I was going to say. Hang on, 2 seconds, Crush. I had a really good point. It was going to be sick. Good lad. That was it. He's come from ECW at a time where, you know, he's got a lot of. I fucked it. Well done, mate. You've won. I had something really, really smart to say.
Well, now I find myself in an awkward position because I vehemently disagree with Elliott's point here. However, and this is not me to say that I agree with a lot of what you said about AEW. Tazz on commentary for AEW, I don't think he adds anything. In fact, I think he detracts from the team, especially when you already have Jim Ross, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone on commentary. I don't think you need Tazz. I feel like he's putting a hat on a hat. So if this...
And I'm wearing a hat, Chris.
If this petition was to just take Tazz off of AEW commentary, I'd have been all for it. However, I think you also wipe over some of Tazz's best moments from WWE, and you were saying that you wanted to remove him from commentary forever. And it's not just that moment, the holy shit moment. You go back and you watch some of the old Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle matches. Tazz added Eddie Guerrero, someone else that we don't talk about, Rey Mysterio matches. All these matches were really helped by the fact that Tazz legitimately was enjoying everything he was seeing.
Amen.
However, after that pitiful performance in Room 101, especially after he claimed that he could do it without knowing what the topic was going to be, I am forced to put Tazz's entire commentary career into Room 101 and render Elliott the champion. I'm disgusted in myself, but I am more so disgusted in Will Brazier.